for somewhere Leeds, you know?
Hi.
Well, it was good, we're fresh, ready to go.
Oh, these are broken, huh?
Oh, that's Ruby.
George is my name, and you? Actually, we should set off because we don't have time. Okay, off. Go back to your old
side
car.
now.
Straight. Okay, off. Move. And in here they put some poultry project, and here they could do plantation for maize, which maize would come. Would support the project. So you would plant some maize, and the maize would support the poultry project.
Freshest banana I've ever had.
The banana grows, then the banana will wear out because they can't manage with the roots and all that. So that stays as a coffee.
It's not
This is
ripe.
still young.
Yeah, it's still green.
It's still green.
Here you go, Samuel. We did that on purpose.
Literally just jumped straight off the plane, going looking at plots of land. Some of the land is for sale, and some of it, the owners have said that they'll give us the land on the condition that we build a school on it and we do X, Y, and Z. So we're just really trying to weigh up our options.
So what we do, we are going to put a youth center where we can accommodate 30 young women
And men.
30.
It's so peaceful here. I can't imagine having a school here because I just don't. There's just no one around. Although they're saying they'll give us the land for free if we build a school on it, there's probably no point building unless it's in the right area.
We need to do a project that helps the young men and women.
So we're thinking a lot about sustainability. You know, how are we going to, potentially we might have to have like some agriculture on the land whereby they can, grow crops and sell them, which then funds it. So there's just so much to think about. But the reason we want to build a school is because education is absolutely everything. And if people know how to be entrepreneurs and know how to make money, then what happens is you make money from being valuable. And by being valuable, more people that are valuable to a society, that's what really relieves poverty. So, I mean, Uganda's a very rich place, there's a lot of resources, but there's also there is a lot of poverty. There's people with nothing, and I think that with good schools, good education, and an ability to be able to make money and add value, I really, really, truly believe that is the root to the problem. So rather than just trying to, let's say that they don't give a man a fish, teach a man to fish. And in the same way, rather than trying to look at the fruit and say, why is there no fruit? You want to always get to the root. And I think education is the root of the problem. It's teaching people how to think. So that's why we're really going down the education route. And in the past, we've done things like we've built wells and water things, and we've brought food and water where we've been fixing the immediate problem. But I really want to make an impact in something even bigger than that, something that's going to be able to go on for generations. I'm a businessman from the UK.
so much. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for your time today.
Thank you.
You're doing a fantastic job. Good luck with your exams, everybody.
You need some early foundation. So you can just give them flowers and
Bye. So we're here in Ginger, and there's a secondary school which is fantastic, where you can probably hear the kids, and there's desperate need of a primary school. So at the moment, all the really young kids meet just right here, but it's not really a proper building, and it's very, very, very small. Potentially what we could do is build a primary school on this land here that might be able to hold maybe around about 100 children. Really nice location, there's a lot of families all around, so we'll see what happens. So basically, this school that we're at was built by the parents of the village kids, and there's over 400 kids that come to this school, but it's it's basically falling down. There's no infrastructure, there's no water. The nearest water from here is 1 kilometre away. There's no electricity, so it's really difficult to teach the kids properly with such little resources. So what they're trying to do at the moment is they're trying to get the council to give them a grant to just knock the whole thing down and build it properly from scratch, and also install some water supplies. But they've been trying to do that for years. Realistically, it's never going to happen. I'm tempted to just say, we'll fund it, we'll do it, but obviously I don't want to speak too soon, because there's just so many different things that you can do. It's just working out what the best thing to do is, but really like this village, and I love what they're doing, and the fact that despite they've got no resources or hardly any resources, they're making their best, and the kids are still all coming together and they are learning. But I think with just a little bit of money spent on a proper building, it could be massive and totally transform the village. So we're at Nabio Tor School. It's a fantastic school, although there's a few walls missing, but that's okay. It doesn't stop these guys because they're very hard workers. We've got some very smart students, I believe. Are you smart students? Are you smart students? Yes. Oh, that's good. Say bye to the camera. Bye. Bye. Are you a teacher here?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. And how long have you been teaching here?
3 years.
3 years. Yes. What's the biggest need right now?
Classrooms.
In Uganda it rains an awful lot, which means that like now there's a thunderstorm coming. So with no walls on a classroom, if it rains, you just can't study. So it's really important that we have proper infrastructure on the classrooms so that these guys can study better. Oh, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Bye everybody. Rather than necessarily building a school from scratch, it might make sense finding a school that's already existing that can't function properly, and then helping put that, making that better and putting it right, so that the kids can then get a lot more done. Believe it or not, this is currently a school. So what happens is every day kids come and they all sit under this tree, and teachers come and teach them. And they use this as a school, so wow, fair enough. And there's like crops where you can grow things. Nice place, good energy, but no building. See, that's the thing, a school is not a building, a school is the people. There's another school over here, another classroom. How crazy is it that you can have a school with not even an attempt of making a building, just nothing, no building at all. There's no food, there's no water, there's no electric, there's no building, there's no desks, there's no computers, there's just absolutely nothing. So you are very limited in your ability to be able to, you know, your potential is capped, really, because there's some kids in this school that are really, really smart, but without the resources, you just can't get to where you need to get to. Do you guys know what this is? Money. Yeah. Money. Do you know how to make money? You do? How do you make money?
Anyone who has ever sold anything for money, so these ones have made money before.
I think they need a clap for that. These three made money.
Hey.
So how of you took porridge this afternoon? What about the rest?
But when you're the Buji,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Mujja kunywa obuugi. Abatasasula obuugi mujja kunywa obuugi.
Thank you, teacher, for loving me. People wonder what I am. It is because of you. Thank you, teacher. Thank you, teacher, for teaching me. Thank you, teacher, for loving me. People wonder what I am. It is because of you. Thank you, teacher, for teaching me. Thank you, teacher, for loving me. People wonder what I am. It is because of you. Thank you, teacher. Thank you, teacher, for teaching me. Thank you, teacher, for loving me. People wonder what I am. It is because of you.
So we've spent the last 2 days looking at loads of different sites, plots, farms, schools, of where we could potentially build a school. Where we are right now is very, very rural. There's no schools nearby. There's a lot of kids, and I think this could be where we're going to do it, because there's so much maize and agriculture, and there's chickens, and the kids are gathering at the moment. They're gathering here, but just with no school, and they're learning, and everyone's trying to chip in and do their best, but there's just no school. Some of the other places that we've been to, there are decent schools around already, whereas here there's just nothing. And the kids that we're talking to, like the kids that were sat down studying, half of them haven't eaten anything today and won't eat anything, and it's just like, you know, it's just there's just so much need. I think we'd have greatest impact here. So from all the places that we've seen, this is where I'm most drawn to, I think, at the moment. I've no idea how much this is going to cost, like absolutely no idea, building a school and everything that might go with that, but we'll figure that out. Figure that out later. Are we going to find land? Are we going to find opportunity to be able to build a school? That's not been the problem. In fact, we've had the opposite problem. We found so many opportunities to build schools. We found so much land. We've had so many people offering to give us land on the condition that we build a school. We've had so many government schools and council schools wanting to partner with us. It's just been opportunity after opportunity. Like the best barbecue, man. Organic beef, chicken livers, It smells so good. So I wasn't hungry until I got here, and now this is the best thing about Uganda, apart from the people, is the food. Organic, tasty. Good to be here. How are you?
Thank so are you.
Fantastic, good.
Have a seat. You're welcome.
Every doctor that I saw in the UK, because I went to many hospitals, every single one of them said whoever did the operation knew what they were doing.
Wow.
They praised
They
the work.
did.
They said they were very impressed.
Thank you, Claude. Well, you can grab a seat. What's up, What I started doing was every time I got paid, even if it was just £1, I would separate it and break it up. I then put 10% into savings, 10% to the church, 10% I would use on something that I just for fun, something that I wanted, maybe to go out for a drink with some friends. 10% I would use for my education. 10% I would put into an investment fund. 10, which leaves me with 50, and that 50 is what I would live on.
So that went pretty well. So just had a long meeting with the head of all the schools around this part of Uganda, and I told them that I think we should introduce business and finance education in the schools, and surprisingly they were really open to it, and they basically said, sure, let's do it. So I think now it's on me to come up with a clear proposal. They've given me the authority and permission to go and teach in the schools myself, and also to bring people from the UK or whoever, teach people. They've also offered me opportunities to meet with, for them to bring all the teachers of all the schools together and do a workshop with the teachers. So the door's open really. It's just a case of figuring out how to scale this and make sure that it really happens and how to implement it properly. But big, massive challenge, but I'm excited. So we're in the mountains right now and it is absolutely freezing. We're about to go to a village where we installed the water tanks, and it's a bit hilly. I think Amanda's shoes are going to get absolutely destroyed. So I'm speaking from previous experience, because last time my shoes got destroyed. Those shoes, you'll never wear them again.
How are your shoes?
Not bad. I mean, could be worse.
Could be way worse.
Yeah.
It's like you were flying over those mud.
I took careful footsteps.
How was the climb?
Hectic, mate.
Would you like to live in a condition like that?
No, sorry. I'm African, but to live in an area like this, it would be hard for me.
The impact that the tank has done to us is like now, when talk of labor has been reduced a bit. You know, when you're going down to look for a jerrycan and get a jerrycan and get like a jerrycan on top of your head carrying 20 liters has been at least reduced a bit. Now people can always get closer to the tank, and then it becomes easy and close to their families. Has also helped us to get clean water, because this water is from the roofing is very clean than I think the water from the lake, because the water from the lake gets from different inlets, and we may not expect to be very that smart at this water from the roofing here. That's the jerrycan we use. So when you're looking for water, maybe going down by the lake, and you must have got this, that's a 20 liter, jerry can, and you can carry on the top to get down by the lake to your home. And for me, where I live is over like about maybe like about 7 to 8 kilometers, I think, away from the lake. So which means it's going to be tiresome for me when I'm going down by the lake to get water.
And it's not just 8 kilometers straight, but it's up, 8 kilometers up the hill.
Up to the top of the hill. So it's very hard most of the time to come down and climb up with the container of this jerrycan. When you get enough water from the tank, we make bricks from it, and can also, of course, can help us to build good houses. Also, we can sell off the bricks after making them from the water. This village, they have over about 40 people, and then the other village is about 50 and above. They are from on the top of the hill. So we have over like 100 people that use the 2 tanks so far. At least if it would be like maybe 2 or 3 families having 1 tank and share it, would be very, very much nicer than, you know, sharing a tank of like 40 people. So you can use water in a few days, the water is finished in the tank. 5,000 liters, that should be the size of the tank we have got.
Bye.
Bye.
Water is life, and water Samuel has brought to the village has definitely changed many lives.